Hello, fellas and ladies. The Critics' Choice nominations are not out till next week, but this year, to the surprise of many, they are doing shortlists for the below-the-line category. This is something they've never done before, so this is interesting. It'll give us an insight as to what they're doing. At this point, know the patterns of the Critics' Choice pretty well. But this year, there's some question marks. Are they going to go for the international players? They will go for sentimental value, for sure. I don't know about no other choice, and it was just an accident, though. But also, like, what stragglers are the Critics' Choice going to throw a bone to? Will it be Train Dreams? Will it be J. Kelly? Will it be Begonia? I'm expecting to see Sinners and Frankenstein in every single category. Like, even categories that I'm like, alright, come on now. One battle after another is probably going to do great as well, but I don't know about every category, just because there's some where it's like, well, what makeup and hair, right? I do not expect to see It Was Just an Accident, No Other Choice, or Set Amount of Value in pretty much any. They could get editing and ensemble, and that's about it. Actually, I'm fully expecting No Other Choice to miss everything. It could get editing, I will say. The biggest question mark in the Oscar world is definitely Wicked. I do think that Critics' Choice would be the most charitable. Like, I still think they're coping. But I am curious to see if it misses anything, like, big here. So let's get right into it. I don't want to wait. They're out, so I want to get right into it. Right off the bat, the headline, Sinners leads the shortlist mentions with 13 mentions. So, there's probably 13 categories. So, Best Casting and Ensemble. Those are two different things, but whatever. House of Dynamite, really? Really? We're giving that movie charitability. Hamnet, obviously. J. Kelly, that makes sense. The Long Walk, whoa. That's interesting. Okay, it's a good call. It's a good ensemble. Party Supreme. No Other Choice. Yo, what? I was not expecting that here. One battle after another, obviously. The Plague. Okay. Rental Family, nice. The Secret Agent, and Sinners, and then Wicked for Good. Yo, that was all over the place. No Frankenstein right off the bat. So that's fun. No sentimental value. No, It Was Just an Accident. But we got The Secret Agent and No Other Choice. So that's dope. The Plague? Which one's the Plague? The Plague's the one with Joel Edgerton that went to Cannes, right? Cinematography, we got 28 years later. That's sick. F1, okay. These are actually kind of like all over the place. Frankenstein, obviously. Hamnet, of course. J. Kelly, sure. Marty Supreme. No Other Choice? Okay, Queen. Nouvelle Vogue. Fuck off. It's good cinematography. One battle after another. The Plague again. Sinners. Train Dreams. Ooh, something's missing. How many are in each shortlist? I should mention. There's 12 in each shortlist. Did something miss here? No Wicked. Good. I think they realized that, like, they got too much, because they nominated it. Because in theory, you're probably thinking, yeah, of course not. But they nominated, like, Wicked for cinematography last year. The main set of, like, what's supposed to get in are here. Hamnet, Frankenstein, J. Kelly. No, not J. Kelly's not part of the main set, but that's a good nom. No Other Choice, though, that's a great mention. And it'll probably just end up being Sinners, One Battle, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Frankenstein, and probably Train Dreams. Train Dreams, I'm curious about. Because I get that it missed ensemble, and cinematography is a gimme. But will it get, like, other things? Go with the production design, let's see. A House of Dynamite. Huh? I don't really get that one. Casting, I get, but, like, I don't know about production design. F1. Like, same thing, what? F1's doing pretty good. Fantastic Four, First Steps. That's a good one. Frankenstein, obviously. It's winning. Hamnet. Sure. Hedda. Dope. Marty Supreme. Sure. No Other Choice again? No Other Choice is 3 for 3 right now. Roofman. I don't know about that one. Sentimental Value. Sure, I can see that. First sentimental value mentioned, by the way. Sinners. Wicked. Okay. I think they got the main, like, stuff, and then they had some fun. F1's a little silly. Same with House of... Like, those two are a little silly. F1 and House of Dynamite for production design. Sentimental Value would be a cool nom. No Kiss the Spider-Woman or Ann Lee. Ann Lee. Ooh. No, Ann Lee didn't get cinematography either. Ooh, that's not good. Best editing, we got a House of Dynamite. Why is House of Dynamite's getting, like, good? F1, that makes sense. Frankenstein, yep. Hamnet, yep. It Was Just an Accident. Okay, there we go. Marty Supreme. No Other Choice. 4 for 4 for No Other Choice so far. Oh my god. No Other Choice is probably going to get that nomination, actually. One Battle After Another, of course. Probably going to win. The Perfect Neighbor. Whoa, I love that. That's dope. Sinners. Wake Up Dead Man. Okay, that didn't get casting or ensemble. That's something. Weapons. Yo, no Wicked. No Wicked in editing. Uh-oh. That didn't get nominated last year either. So maybe that's not that crazy. But that's telling to me. No Other Choice is doing so well. I know it's not going to get costumes. That'd be crazy. But so far, so good. It was just an accident to get in. Sentimental Value did not, which is interesting. Best Costume Design. Okay, this is No Other Choice's first miss. That'd be crazy. Fantastic Four First Steps. Sure, I can vibe with that. Frankenstein. Yep. Hamnet. Yep. Hedda. Yep. That's a good call. Kiss of the Spider Woman. That's a good nomination. If that got in, I'd be like, that's a good call. Marty Supreme. Yep, that makes sense. One Battle After Another. Okay. They might actually nominate that, to be honest. The Secret Agent. Yo, that's dope. Sinners, of course. Song Sung Blue. I guess. I saw it, by the way. It's mid as hell. Kate Hudson, come on. The Testament of Anne Lee, first mention. Wicked. That makes sense. Wicked's not gotten anything, like, silly. Like, it got production and costume design. Of course. That makes, like, of course. I don't know. It missed editing. That's not good. But so far, nothing. Wicked's having, like, so far a pretty standard day. If they were normal about Wicked, I would be like, yeah, this so far is fair. Hair and Makeup, which we'll probably see Wicked again. 28 Years Later. Makes sense. Begonia. First mention for Begonia, by the way, which I expected to do very good here. And it could have gotten cinematography and casting. Begonia, that's a weird thing, though. Like, she's bald. Frankenstein, obviously, is going to win. Hedda. Okay. Kiss the Spider Woman. Sure. Kokuho. I haven't seen it. I can't judge. Sinners. Duh. The Smashing Machine, of course. Superman. Underrated contender. The Ugly Stepsister. Oh, I have to see that one. Weapons. Yep, that's happening. And Wicked. Okay. About on par. I don't know what's missing. I think Predator might get the Oscar nomination, but, like, I guess that hasn't caught on yet. Wolfman, I guess, but that's fine. Visual effects. F1. That makes sense. The Fantastic Four First Steps, for sure. Frankenstein. I knew it. They're going to say Sinners, too. Like, I'm telling you, they're going to say Sinners as well. How to Train Your Dragon. Yep. Mickey 17. Dope. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Yeah, that makes sense. Predator: Badlands. Yep. Sinners. It's getting nominated. It's not getting the Oscar nomination, but it's going to get nominated here. I'm telling y'all. Sketch. Okay. I actually heard that movie's really good, and I couldn't see it, so I'll try to check it out. Superman, of course. Tron Ares. Sure, I guess. Wicked. Yep, of course. Wicked's doing good. Wicked's doing okay. Like, it's not going overboard, but it's doing fine. Best Stunt Design. Ballerina. Dope. Ballerina's awesome. F1, for sure. Frankenstein, I guess. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, obviously. One Battle After Another. Yeah, that's gonna get in that SAG, I'm telling y'all. Predator: Badlands. Sinners. Yeah. Dude, Sinners is getting so much. Like, Sinners is gonna lead the nominations in general. The Smashing Machine. I guess. That makes sense. Superman. Thunderbolts? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Warfare. That tracks. And Wicked. Cool. Train Dreams and Begonia are not doing good. J. Kelly. There's not a lot you can nominate for J. Kelly, in fairness. Okay, best song. We got Clothed by the Sun for The Testament of Anne Lee. Sure. Dear Me. Oh, no. No, Critics' Choice. Don't do it. Don't do it. Drive from F1. Sure. The Girl in the Bubble from Wicked, of course, that makes sense. Golden for K-Pop Demon Hunters. Done. Highest to Lowest from Highest to Lowest. Yep, that makes sense. I Lied to You from Sinners. Last Time I Seen the Sun from Sinners. Lose My Mind from F1. Is that the Doja Cat one? No Place Like Home from Wicked. Are they going to do that one? Because I don't think that's touching the Oscar now. Pale Pale Moon from Sinners. Oh, they said fuck them Warner Brothers submissions. Train Dreams from Train Dreams. Okay. Is there something notable missing? They didn't do the one from the Diane Warren movie, so that's weird. The Avatar song. Avatar hasn't gotten anything so far. Alright, that tracks, I guess. Yeah, nothing crazy is missing. Best score. Here we go. A House of Dynamite. Ugh. Alright. Begonia. That's Begonia's second mention. F1. I mean, at this point, F1's getting a lot so far. Frankenstein, of course. Hamnet, yeah, duh. Hedda, dope. Marty Supreme, I see it Wednesday. One Battle After Another, yeah. The Plague, I gotta see this movie. I'll watch it. I heard it's good. Sinners, of course. Surratt, dope. And then Tron Ares. Surratt's a fantastic mention. No Ann Lee. Notably, No Ann Lee. So, hold on. Okay, we know Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners are getting in. Who's 6? They should be really sick and fuck hard and go with Surratt. Best sound. First time that this category exists at the Critics' Choice, by the way, which I don't know what took them so long. House of Dynamite. All right, sure. F1. Frankenstein. Yep. Hamnet. I don't know about that one. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. You know what? Excellent nom. They should do Surratt. Do Surratt again. The Lost Bus. Okay. One Battle After Another, of course. Sinners. Surratt. Yeah. Oh my god, that's such a good nom. Superman. Warfare. Wicked. No, Wicked didn't get scored, but that makes sense. And that's what we got. Okay. Couple things. These lists revealed a movie that like could sneak into picture. It might be No Other Choice. I don't know if this will actually happen, but I will say Begonia got like all the fringe contenders, except for maybe Jay Kelly, didn't do great, except for No Other Choice and Jay Kelly. Begonia got score and makeup. Not great. F1 actually did pretty solid. I don't care that I got cinematography or like, you know, score, that like those track, but production design is like, that's a sign of strength. I don't think it's gonna get in, to be clear. Weapons did pretty good, actually. Weapons got editing. Wicked did about as good as it would do if they were normal about Wicked. Meaning it like didn't get anything stupid, anything that I could roll my eyes at. It makes sense that it got ensemble. Stunts, I can be a little silly about, but like I get it. Didn't get score, it didn't get like editing or cinematography. House of Dynamite also did pretty solid, but they're not gonna do it. Plague overperformed, I guess. But this is making me feel very good about No Other Choice. And it's making me a little nervous that Jay Kelly is actually going to squeeze its way in. I do wonder if the existence of these lists is going to have an impact on how they vote. Because we are very used to them like going with what they think the Oscars are going to go with. However, could them seeing Surratt and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You in sound push them to say, you know what, let's go with that instead of Wicked. Let's go with that. You know, maybe we should do 28 Years Later in cinematography. Maybe we should do No Other Choice in editing. I am curious. There's some really bold choices here, which is not a word I associate with the Critics' Choice. Very curious where it's going to go. Nominees are next fucking week. What the hell? Avatar did not get a single mention. Now, I should acknowledge that it's going to be seen in wide variety by the time that like going to final nominations. So like it could still land a Best Picture nomination. That's what I got for you. That's interesting stuff. Let's grab a chair. Bye-bye.